If a Conservative backbencher, Eurosceptic, decides to do a deal with UKIP at the next election so that UKIP doesn't run against him or he runs as a joint Tory-UKIP candidate, as party chairman, what will you do?
Well, first of all, our policy, of course, is to have a referendum on a reformed Europe in the next Parliament by 2017. So all of our candidates will be standing on the basis that the Conservatives will give you a referendum.
But what will you do?
Secondly, I'm explaining, we'll run candidates in all 650 constituencies, as we always do. And thirdly, they will only ever be on the ballot paper as Conservative candidates. So those are the three things you need to know. What other parties do, whether Labour, Lib Dem or UKIP for that matter, run candidates or not, is entirely their business. And we have no impact on that at all.
But if a sitting Tory MP or an aspiring Tory MP does a deal to be a joint candidate with UKIP, you will take them off the Tory-approved list. They will not be able to run as Tories.
Just to be clear, and this is different to the way it used to work in the past, every single person who stands for this election in this country for a party has to be signed off by that party to legally be the candidate. So there will only be people on the ballot papers described as Conservative candidates. There is no other description. So
you will disown any of your candidates who try to run with UKIP?
No, all I'm saying is whether other parties stand or not is their business entirely.
No, I'm talking about
your own
own
do is
MPs.
Put up the Conservative candidates.
I'm talking about your own MPs. If they run as joint candidates with UKIP, what will you do?
Well, all I'm saying to you is, how can they be joint if they just say Conservative on the ballot paper? Whether or not other parties stand is entirely their business. They can only stand as Conservatives, signed off by Conservatives on the nomination.
I still don't know what you would do.
So
if Peter Bone does a deal with UKIP and runs as a joint candidate, will he still be the Tory candidate?
Sorry, Andrew, I don't understand what you mean by joint candidate. I just explained he can only be the Conservative candidates, the only description that can apply to him. Now, whether UKIP stand or not is entirely UKIP's business. I can't see, if people want to have a referendum over Europe, for example, any point in UKIP standing anywhere. We are the people who are going to offer the referendum, and clearly David Cameron, as the only other choice to Ed Miliband walking up Downing Street, is the only Prime Minister who's going to deliver on that pledge.